Raw Beauty Christie and Colourpop. I don't know why I always mess up her name. Raw Beauty Christie. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Inabel, and if you're new here, I upload beauty content. Today I created this inverted cat eye. Let me tell you, I think that this is the greatest invention. Thank you to Painted by Spencer. He, according to him, he's been doing this for a while on himself, and he posted it onto, I believe it was TikTok, and it went viral. It went viral. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's practicing. And I figured, well, I also have a hooded eye. Let me just try it. I gave it a shot. And I did use the At Foresight palette by Raw Beauty Christie and Colourpop. I don't know why I always mess up her name. Raw Beauty Christie. That's not hard. And I went, instead of doing a black cat eye, I went with the shade PNW, which is a blue. And I love this. I love this. So if you want to know how I created this look, and if you have the palette or whichever palette you have, take it out, follow me on this tutorial, and I hope you enjoy this one. And today I applied this primer by Urban Decay, eye primer by Urban Decay, and I went with my finger. Nothing special about this. I just make sure that I applied it on both top and bottom lids. And my face is clean. I had nothing on it yet except my skincare. I prefer to do it this way just so that I can clean up and make sure I don't mess up with my face makeup after doing my eyes. This one is the Cameo Concealer by e.l.f. with the Cameo Concealer sponge, but this is a hydrating one. I find it that is very concealing. I don't know if this is, if you can call this a full coverage concealer, but it's really good in concealing all my discoloration in my veins on my eyes. Then I went on top of it with the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect powder, loose powder, and this is in the shade Light, to make sure I had a base, because I was going for a very subtle top eyelid. And yes, here we go. This, I know that everybody who's been doing this, they go onto the eyelid first and place the crease shade on, but I wanted to make sure that I can pull this reverse cut wing, and I decided to go in first with the liner, just kind of mapping where I wanted my reverse cat eye wing to go, and making sure that I did not make my eye look more downturned than it already is. And here I'm going with my favorite Morphe brush to apply Old Growth from the Raw Beauty Christie and Colourpop At Foresight collaboration. And like you know, I always start with mapping that crease. This was a very easy makeup look, in the sense that I just kept it very simple at the top lid, just applied this shade. I feel like next time when I get to work on this, I had to make sure that I work the outer corner a little better, because I feel like I could have done a better job there. But I mean, the look turned out good and I was happy with it, but I have to focus on that outer corner a little bit more. It's just that the hood is so prominent that when I open my eyes, you can, you can see every little detail. If I don't pay attention to it, it makes it look kind of funny. And I'm just making sure that I apply the shadow and blend as I go. You know how I like to do this. It's easier to blend as I go every time I go with a new layer than to wait all the way to the end and attempt to blend something that's already set on the eye, especially when you put the primer. And the reason why I went first with the primer and then with the concealer is because this particular primer has good skincare ingredients. So I wanted to make sure I took advantage of that, because my eyelids are so textured. And here I just clean the same brush with my brush cleaning pad, and I am blending towards my eyebrow bone. No extra eyeshadow, just blending. I did pick up a little bit of the powder to help blend. This eye palette is really good, and the colors are very pigmented, and my skin is a little lighter, so I have to make sure that, well, I didn't want to add any more eyeshadows or use any more eyeshadows, so I used the powder to help me blend. Now I'm going with one of my favorite brushes by Real Techniques. This one is the smaller smudging brush, but I decided to change it to the e.l.f. eyeliner brush, which is a flat defining brush, so I could be a little bit more precise with the initial application. And I am using the shade PNW, or Pacific Northwest. I love this palette because I think it's such a versatile palette. The minute I looked at it, I'm like, I'm going to take this to the next level. I've been enjoying every single makeup look. I think this is number 3 that I've created with this palette, that I've done a video. Now I change brushes. This is another brush by Real Techniques. It's a detailing brush. It's tiny, it's flat, and it has a point. So I was using it to pull some of that color straight out to form the wing part of the cat eye, or the reverse cat eye. And now I took the smudging brush by Real Techniques with Old Growth, and I am blending the PNW shade at the bottom, just to make sure that I have a very, very smoked out effect. Painted by Spencer does an awesome job with this technique. He claims that he's been doing it on himself for a while, and I believe that to be true. And when he mentioned the fact that it was such a good technique for hooded lids, I jumped on it immediately, because you all know the struggle is real. And to my surprise, yes, it worked like the charm, because I completely avoid the hood. I was just trying to be funny there. And now I'm just going onto the other eye, just repeating the same steps. First with the flat defining brush and the shade PNW. And remember, I already had the blue eyeliner down. Now I will have to make sure next time when I work with this that I work with an eyeliner that it sets better. This eyeliner is good because it's emollient and it's easier to blend. It doesn't set, but then towards the end of the day, my the blue eyeliner on the waterline was gone. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind for whenever you're doing this. Please forgive me. I'm just going through my allergies and my voice is not the best one right now. And here I'm smudging with Old Growth. Smudge, 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 and blend, blend, blend. Now I'm picking up this, it's by Inglot, and it's to, you can pick up any color shadow and make it into eyeliner, and it's very long wearing. So I picked up this. Their brush is an angle brush, is very, very thin by Real Techniques, to kind of intensify the outer edge of the wing. And I'm just cleaning with a makeup wipe, just sharpening that edge right there. Here you can see what I was trying to tell you at the beginning about that outer corner. So this is the makeup look. I created an inverted cat eye. Yes. Using the lovely at Foresight. I have the shade Old Growth on my crease, and instead of going with a black liner or a black cat eye, I went into Pacific Northwest. So I did a blue cat eye line, or cat eye look. I really like it. I really like this look. For me, the best part about it is that I get to get a inverted wing without having to worry about the lid, you know, the hood and how it's shaped and everything else. I did not apply false lashes because I did not want to take away from the inverted cat eye. I did apply the voluminous primer and the Lash Paradise. I'm going to give myself a second coat to make them a little, you know, a little bit more bam, without covering, you know, the look or overpowering the look. And I paired it with a red lip. I mean, I think that because the eye look, even though that is a cat eye, it's so subtle that I said, well, this would look great with a red lip, right? What's not to like? A blue cat eye with a red lip, right down my alley. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. And until next time, take care. Mwah, and stay beautiful. Bye.